It's really not good to live out here all alone. I'll give you some examples because I want people to understand how things work here and how serious they are. Because some people have said to me, oh, I could house sit alone, out here, it'd be fine. And it's like, no, it's not safe to be here alone for a variety of reasons. It's hard enough for me, and I know all the systems. But like I just spent over an hour getting a cat off of the roof of a building which normally isn't anywhere near the lodge. And the cat was scared and didn't want to come down, because the cat also knows there's dogs out there that want to kill the cat. So I tried various methods of getting the cat out of there, and the cat, acts like a cat. It doesn't just come when it's told. And so it was very skittish. I don't know how long it's been up there. It was at the studio the other day. But there's no easy way down, and it was very nervous. So I ended up in the dark. It's almost midnight now. Climbing up on the ladder. And briefly it goes through my mind, I'll just let the cat be there and maybe it'll freeze to death, and something. I didn't want to do that, but I don't know what to do. I have no way to get up there almost. I finally got it to go back to the back water tank, crawled up there with my crap-ass lights in the dark. There's no moon at all on my rickety wooden ladder, and I don't like going on ladders when I'm alone either, because I just imagine falling and breaking my leg or something. And I don't have cell phone service at the moment for some reason. Cell phone service is very spotty here, so I'd just be laying there with a broken leg. Anyway, so I had to crawl up further and further on the roof until I finally got the cat to trust me enough, which the cat knows me. The cat likes me, to let me grab it, and it wouldn't come close enough for me to pick it up, so I had to grab it by the neck, and it was squealing and stuff and unhappy. And I don't want the dogs to come and hear that, because the dogs weren't around, which is great, because the dogs really want to kill the cat. So this is hard to deal with when you're alone. It's hard to deal with in any case. But there's just so many things that can go wrong, and I've only got 2 working lights at the moment. The light I'm using right here is all smashed on the front, because it got dropped at some point. I've got a weak-ass light that barely does anything. And so it's just really tough conditions. And I think this is even important to think about when there's other people here, is that each person who's here has to be stepping up to understanding the system, doing the best that they can at all times, because otherwise, even if there's other people here, I don't even like to have people here right now, because it's actually worse than being alone, because I then have to do more work, and they think they know what they're doing, or they want to fuck with shit or do interesting things, and then it's just more work for me, actually. So other people can't be here alone, and I don't know if I can have other people here, without just being exhausted. And it's not always that bad, but what I have to do is have stable people who are all being very conscientious and who are following rules of how things are done. If you don't follow the rules of how things are done, things get really messy and difficult. Now, in this case, it's just a random thing that happens, and you still have to then be very careful how you deal with it. By the time I got the cat down, and it ran into some grass, a dog had showed up. And it's a dog that loves to kill stuff. I've had to pay for stuff it killed. And so then I went and got in the egg cabinet, I threw an egg down for the dog, and the dog's hard to see. It's a camouflage dog. It's Mayhem is the name of the dog. And then went in and got a leash, which I was lucky to have, because my leashes disappear. I don't know where they all are, because people move stuff around. So, I keep buying leashes, and I don't know what happens to them. Anyway, so I get the dog under control. The dog's in the house now. The cat's outside somewhere, and there's other dogs that will wander by. So the cat's on its own now. I could wander around a little bit more, but I think it's just, I'm just always hoping that cat lives. And it's amazing that cat has lived this long, because every other cat that's been here has been murdered by dogs or something. I'm not going to get another cat. And people have asked me, oh, can I bring my cat there? And I'm like, well, I kind of offended some people, because I said, well, my dogs will kill your cat. And I think they saw that as like a threat. And it's like, no, I don't want your cat to die. Don't bring your cat here. I didn't say it that way either. But I was just real straightforward with it. And I think that they were like, oh, well, offended. Well, they were just generally easily offended people, I think, because I offended them in some other ways, like, wanting them to pay. They wanted to come for free. Anyway, so it's just a very difficult environment. And that's why things have got to get really ordered. I've been thinking lately about how this place can run and actually work, function. And I'm tired of people coming here and want to do whatever the hell they want. Screw that. It's going to be an authoritarian system. They're going to follow the rules to the letter. And that's not because I feel like having it be that way. It's not because I feel like being in charge of stuff. I'm going to try and have things be as transparent as possible, explained as possible. And this video is an example of an explanation of the fragility of a lot of systems. And this is just talking about a cat, and also I could get injured. But people can get injured. And they have gotten injured. Not very much. I've been very lucky in that regard. But I just don't want people to take a lot of risks. And I also don't want them to injure the place or the reputation of the place or the local communities. So people will either be under control happily or not be here at all.